Happy Wednesday. Hi, Anthony. Hello, how are you doing? How are things going? I have chicken pot pie and I got it out of the oven not too long ago, and I have a little. Hey, good. I already have it opened on the YouTube side. Yay, me. Brenda, Brenda, Brenda. Oh my gosh, Brenda, are you okay? Where are you? Brenda, I've been praying for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, come up. I'm going to drop the link for you. Girl, I've been so concerned. I've been watching Wonder Hussey's Instagram and going, oh my gosh, where's Brenda? Is Brenda okay? Oh my goodness. Oh, so you can't come up. Oh my goodness. I've been thinking of you. Oh my gosh. I'm thankful that otherwise I wouldn't have known. I'm thankful I'm subscribed to Wonder Hussy on Instagram because that's how I've been updated. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh, good. It seemed like Sarah was still having fun, so I was like, Brenda's probably okay. But I was praying for you, girl. I was praying for you. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I was thinking of going. I was considering it. But like you guys, I kind of look at it like this. Like I got the money from my dad like a year ago. And like so I've been spending, I've been having fun with the money, and I've been, going places like wherever, you know, I thought of to go. I went to Courtside. I went to Texas to see my youngest. I went to, uh, I went to Philly twice since, yeah, go next year. Maybe, possibly. The desert is not my thing, though. I don't know. I'm not a big party girl either. I'm not really, but I would love the music and the art and all that. So I don't know. I'll think about. Oh, I wasn't really going anywhere next year though. I wasn't planning on going anywhere until 2025, but I don't know if I can sit still. I'm already like, there's a there's a Sarah Jakes Roberts conference in Texas, and I don't even like Texas, you guys, but I end up going there because, and like, since right now I don't have my training for lifeguarding until October, I'm just kind of like, hmm. But I'm starting to look around for properties and stuff like that. So that's what I'm focusing on now, trying to um, make money, save money, stop spending all my my mom and dad's money. So yeah. And when I went to Courtside, I'm late too. It's okay, Ivan. It's okay. Um, he wasn't able to hook up with Wonder Hussy. Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at how I was looking at IG, and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But what are you up to today, Ivan? Are you cooking? I made chicken pot pie. And I have a apple tart in the oven, so I need to set. Oh, look, I got notified that I'm live. Cool, cool, cool. I need maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. In 10 minutes, I'll check on my. Yeah, I like Wonder Hussy. I do. And that's there's one thing right there. Like red, old red, goody two shoes, prudish. There's a difference right there. Old me would not have probably subscribed to Wonder Hussy. I'm more. liberal and open-minded now, but I am Christian again. So that's one thing that's good that came up. And like before, Brenda, it's still like kind of like not my thing. Like when I think of all the dust, like they're saying like all this dust gets in your rig, and I'm just like, well, like, should I rent a rig then? And I don't really have a rig, right now, because I don't like to camp in my wrap. And so I don't know, but I can think about it. Yeah, I love Wonder Hussey. I really do. I love her videos. And yeah, I can remember when I was moderating for Van City Adventure when she was on his live when he interviewed her. Yeah, I like Wonder Hussey. So you live in a do you live in a van or a RV, Ivan? I'm sorry, I don't know. I should know this. And often I don't know where I know people from. But I think I know you from Roy and Becky's. Is that right? I know you from Roy and Becky's, Ivan, right? I met Brenda in Courtside, and I wanted to share because I finally watched, and I didn't watch it for a while. I met Vanessa's van life journey in Courtside too, and I just watched her video. It's on a tiny home channel. Which tiny home channel though? There's so many tiny home channels now. You're full timing as of 2021. You have 3. How do you wait? How do you tow 3 travel trailers? You're full timing, but you have a home base where you keep your other travel trailers? I'm confused. I'm confused, Ivan. Yeah, so my son is still getting ready to go to Oregon. I think he's probably gonna be over here doing some. He's saying good. He has a lot of friends here. I think like if he doesn't like Bend where he's going, he'll definitely probably come back here. I think he has a lot of friends here. You have one in Canada. So is that your home base in Canada? Fifth wheel, 38 feet. The fifth wheel. I'm trying to figure how long 30. My RV was 31 feet, I think. My Class C. And you have another in that you wander with. Okay. Huh. Cool. Cool. Okay, well, I forgot to play. Yes, you're in Saskatchewan. Okay. Your trailer up there is 35 feet. Okay, cool. I forgot to play my flute yesterday. Thinking how I don't warm up or anything, and how I'm out of tune, and how I sound terrible, and then that makes me mess up worse. But anyways, I don't care. I hope you don't mind either. I just like to play my flute. You know when I realized I like to play my flute? So I was in high school. I think it was in 11th grade. 11th grade. And this was just so mean. The bullying of me began a long time ago. It was all through my growing up years, but this is something that happened that was so annoying. But it made me realize how much I loved playing my flute, right? And I loved being in band, especially like concert band. Marching band was difficult, y'all, because you have to march in step with everybody, and we made formations and we practiced like in the hot Florida sun, Boca Raton. And yeah, marching band was hard. I was only in marching band 2 years, but I was in concert and symphonic band all 4 years of high school. So, and in middle school. And I had these crazy, not as bad. I finally watched, what's it called? Whiplash. That band teacher, oh my gosh. When I saw the advertisement for that, I was like, I had a band teacher like that. But then I watched it and I was like, oh no, they weren't that bad. Oh no, not that bad. But I had some band teachers, man, that they were tough. So, but in 11th grade, I always had to go to the restroom between, like, I'm a big person, like I'm 5'9", but I must have an itty bitty teeny tiny bladder. I remember one time before parade, I had to, find a Jiffy Joe. I was like, I have to pee, and this is like a long parade, And but sometimes I just realized lately, like when I was in Europe, I was like, you know what? Sometimes I am just nervous and I'm like, I have to pee, but I don't really have to pee. But anyways, so I would go to the bathroom in between classes, and I had my flute because people with bigger instruments like the tuba players or whatever, they could leave their tuba in the band room and then they would go get it after school. But the flute's small, so I would carry it around, but I left it in the bathroom, right? And so then I go, oh crap. And after my next class, I guess it was, I go back to the bathroom and get my flute case, right? Well, guess what? Some mean bee took this part of my flute. It was so mean. Hi, William Broody. Hi. Hello. I'm in the middle of a story here. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So yeah, they took this part of my flute. Isn't that mean? Oh my goodness. My mom, and it was almost as much as the whole flute. My sweet mom, ordered this part of the flute for me. That was a flute that my husband got me, this one to replace that flute from high school. But it was like $75 or something like that, just for this part. And like a whole flute is like, back then anyways, was like 100 something, probably about $100, $120, right? So they took this part of my flute. I couldn't play, and I had to wait for it to come in. And that was so mean. So mean. They didn't take my whole flute. I was kind of thankful they didn't steal my whole flute, but that was just malicious, just mean, just nasty to take. What were they going to do with this part? It was just nasty. Mean and nasty. Let me see if my apple tart is done. So I buy a package of, let me show you. I buy this package of pie crust and make my chicken pot pie in a 13 by 9-inch pan. So it only takes 1.5 of these. And so then I use the extra and make a little apple tart. And I happen to have 1 apple left. And that's all I needed. Thank you so much for being here, William Brody. Let me see if this is done. I think it might be. I'll bring you guys over here so you can see. Let me cut into my my pie. Okay. There's a chicken pot pie and a little apple tart. And let me see if I can put you guys over here. There we go. And going to get me some chicken pot pie. It is still hot. See? I wonder if I should cook this a little bit longer. I think it's done though. Hopefully it's done. Hey, Pam! Hello. I still have your book. You didn't email me your address yet. And if you want, and if you, instead of the little book, you want a copy of my book? Yeah, let's hope it tastes delicious too. I think it will. I need to pray. Okay. I'm wondering if I should put the apple tart wasn't in that long. I might do it 5 more minutes. I still have the oven on. Because I'm thinking the apples will probably still be kind of crunchy. I don't want to overcook anything though. Because if it's undercooked, you can always just cook it a little longer or put it in the microwave. But if it's overcooked, there's nothing you can really do. So let me put my email on the bottom there for Pam, because no, I don't have the book over here, but let me show you. I need my book. This is my book. So Pam, if you didn't want the little red book that you won, I can send you a copy of my book. Because Pam won. Don't know. I don't know where I put the little red book. I don't know where I put it. Okay, well, never mind. But you won the little be calm and trust God. Oh, be calm and carry on. Be calm and trust God, though. I don't know where I put it. Fancy seeing you here, William. Maybe it went in my spam. Sometimes I have trouble finding my emails. Oh my goodness. I'm getting these stupid scammer phishing scams that's saying I purchased something with PayPal. They're saying I purchased something with PayPal. And I'm just like, they're wanting you to call them or something. Wow, $1,243.69. No, I did not. No, I did not buy anything, and I'm not going to call you to complain either because it's not on my PayPal. They're trying to get you to okay, thank you. Let me see. I don't have it yet. I'll keep checking back. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if yeah, this is saying like that I bought something with my PayPal. So I just go over to PayPal and see like if there's any weird charges, and there's not. And they're just trying to get you to freak out and call them, and I'm just like, I don't have time to call you. Like, I'm busy. Like, I don't even talk on the phone anymore, y'all. I don't have time for like, I don't have time for phone calls unless, yeah, I get, fraud emails. I get all these weirdos, all these people following me on, not as many on Facebook. I used to get a lot on Facebook. Now it's Instagram. I get a bunch on Instagram that follow me, and I'm just like, I just had one today, and again, someone copying, saying they Josh Wilson, the singer that I follow, and I'm like, no, you're not, And now I'm even brave enough to say like they're scamming. They ask for my financial information. I mean, like, you're gonna lie and pretend you're somebody else. I'm like, I'm gonna lie and say you already asked for financial information. Get these people off of your Instagram, please. Get these people to leave me alone. And so I got one from supposedly Bo of Need to Breathe followed me with his private account. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, come on. Bo does not have time to, I wish, this is how they get you. I wish Bo had time to message me. Thank you for supporting my music. I'm like, he doesn't, not only does he not need to do that, he does not have time to do that. Like, you're not him. Hello. And I didn't say that. I just reported the account, and I did message him on his like real account. It's like, this is Bo Reinhardt's private account. I'm like, oh, I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I have like, oh gosh, so many friend requests. That's why it's like, I share with you guys my private Facebook is Susan Hewitt's Story, but unless I know you, I'm not going to accept a friend request from you. I mean, I'm just like, hi. Or sometimes I got to 1,000 followers because I was following people in the van life, YouTube community. And it was like, only if we had friends, like, you can't even send me a friend request unless we have at least one friend, I think it is, in common. So unless we have one friend in common, you can't send me a friend request. And then I look and see if we have like so many friends in common. Like if we have like 50 friends in common, I'm like, okay, I think they're cool. But if we don't have any friends in common too, it's like, forget it. And lately I haven't even been accepting any friend requests since it's like, and if you don't know you, like I said, you can send me a friend request on Facebook, but if your name is different than YouTube or something, you'd have to send me a message and say, I'm so and so and so and so. You know me from YouTube or something like that. But yeah, so it's interesting. Let me get that thing out. It's a little browner. I hope it's not burned. Yeah, I think it's good. So I just put like one apple in here. And now I'm going to turn off the. There we go. Okay, so I hope you have a safe drive back home, Brenda. I don't like to cut out on the side. I probably won't wear this out anywhere. I need to I found this on sale at Target. It was like really cheap. But I hate it when my bra shows. My bra shows. I'm like, I don't think I'd wear this out, but I decided to wear it on. And I have the AC off and the windows open, and such a nice fallish day here in Denver. And it's 82 degrees. 82 degrees. Let's pray so I can eat because I'm hungry. Dear Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for all my YouTube friends and followers. I pray that you would bless them. Please give Brenda a safe trip home. Thank you that Burning Man turned out okay. I pray it turned out okay mostly, and I pray that you give everybody a safe trip home, Lord. And thank you for this food. Thank you for my apartment. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my kids and my grandkids. And please let my Clara have a safe delivery and healthy baby. And thank you for my kids and my grandkids and my apartment and my car and everything, Lord. So very grateful. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. I don't mean to. I mean to have it cooked before I go live, you guys, but I'm always running a little bit behind. That's why. And then that turned out good. The one where I'm like, oh my goodness, where I was making the enchiladas and I wasn't done. And I'm like, why does this happen? Oh, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to dress more conservatively, like old me. Why does this? I'm always suspicious. Why does this video have so many views? Whatever. No, I'm just thankful. Let's see how this came out. Good. So I put a bag of frozen vegetables in with it's carrots and peas and green beans and corn. So tomorrow I won't cook. And I might go out to eat with Ann and Albert tomorrow. Because I told my son I'd like to take him out to eat for his birthday before he goes, because his birthday's on the 14th. And I think he's leaving. What was very brief? Not showing you, Ivan. If I wear this dress out, I think I'd wear another tank top under it. Hey, Timmy Ray. How are you? I'm having chicken pot pie. And it's good. First, I have a green dress like this that I just got recently. This is the first time wearing this dress. I got it, and then I'm like, and I put it on. I'm like, I don't like, that my bra shows, and I have to wear a bra. And so, yeah. And so I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to wear this dress. And I put the green dress on today. I have a green dress like this that I got recently. And it doesn't have the cutout on the side. And I was like, well, maybe I can wear the red dress. I'm not technically going out. So, yeah, this bra is like a sports bra. So, and I know some people don't care, I remember I did get rid of my aunt gave me a little dress she got in Hawaii, with the spaghetti straps. And she said, people just wear, let their, she's like, it doesn't matter if you show your bra straps anymore, but I just don't like it. I'm like my mom in that kind of, yeah. And that's another difference. I'm less like that now, really. But, I was very much like that, before. And like my mom would be like, no, you cannot show your bra straps. That's an absolute no. According to my mom. This is my mom's cross. But my mom was somewhat prudish about things like that. And I'm not as much that way anymore. But I just don't think it looks good. I don't like to show my bra straps or anything like that. It's a bit of a drive from down south there, Timmy Ray. It's a bit of a drive from there to here. My friend in Florida, Hope, was like, when I did the shish kebab, she's like, I want some. I'm like, you better hurry. It's going, gone. You're trying to stay away from YouTube? That sounds healthy. Ground turkey patty and raw cauliflower. But yeah, I didn't when I downsized, I didn't even keep the dress from Hawaii. I should have. Well, that's definitely, I don't know. I got rid of a lot of stuff. And you guys, I was talking about Boca Raton High School again today. But when I was talking the other day about downsizing, and I even sent my yearbooks back to Boca Raton High School, because I looked up how do you recycle, what do you do with yearbooks when you're downsizing. And one of the things they suggested is you can send them back to the high school. The high school usually will keep them. And I was like, okay, that's what I'll do. Okay. Oh, you're still here, Brenda. Okay, have a safe drive home. Besides chicken, what I use for the filling. Okay, so we're saying I get the frozen vegetables that are the green beans and peas and carrots and corn. And I make a gravy. I use chicken bouillon, and I see my pepper is about to fall off the counter. It's like precariously. Let me be right back. So, yeah, it takes a while. It never goes completely away, Timmy Ray. So I make a gravy. Oh, I did a short. I make a gravy. It's basically the chicken, and I cook the chicken breast, and I put some beef bouillon with that. I actually had some chicken broth left over from when I made the chicken salad, I think. So I cooked the chicken breast and the chicken broth, even added a little more, they're little cubes, chicken bouillon. I cook the chicken in the broth, take it out, and then I put the vegetables, the frozen vegetables in the broth and cook them. Then I make a gravy. I make a roux with the butter and flour and put that in there and make a gravy. And then I pour it into it's really easy, 13 by 9-inch pan. And then I put 1.5 of these over it and bake it for about 20 minutes. Hey! Hi, Crafty Traveler. How are you? This is someone I met at Courtside. So, like I met Brenda at Courtside too. How are you? Good to see you. You guys, this is good. I want some more. So, I've still been praying for you, Timmy Ray. I know that's hard. Oh, you have an eye infection. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's what I had when I was leaving Europe. It was horrible. It was like watering and watering and watering, and it hurt. And I think I made it worse by thinking something was in it. Wow. Congratulations. I've only been active on YouTube since 2021. 2022, so 2 years. Mm-hmm. Yep, I believe that. Yep. You'll see him again, Timmy Ray. He's with Elvis. He's chilling. He's chilling with Elvis. When my cousin died, I was getting less and less and less dogmatic about who. My cousin passed away suddenly in a freak accident. December 2007, and I found it healing. I wrote these little stories about, like, when my second brother passed, when Tim passed, Paul had passed first, And I wrote about my brothers, Tim and Paul, up in heaven. And the thing with that was they did not get along here on earth. So I wrote about them getting along up there, and I wrote about that Jesus had my brother's Harley, which he sold. I don't know at the end. I don't think he really wanted to sell it. I think he was having a hard time and he was on drugs, and he probably sold it for drug money, unfortunately. But yeah, my brother Tim, my oldest brother Tim died in 2005. My brother Paul died in 2002. But I wrote about them up in heaven, and Jesus had my brother's dog. He had this dog, Timberwolf, who was so cool. And of course, he passed away a long time ago. And then so in the story I wrote, my brothers are getting along finally. They just never got along very well. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when they were young, they did. I wasn't like around then. I'm the youngest of 7. So I wrote this story, and it was very healing for me. I wrote this story about them in heaven, and then Jesus had my brother's Harley and my brother's dog, and it was just awesome. I wrote these stories about heaven. And so when my cousin died, my cousin loved Marilyn Monroe, and she was born like the day she often thought like she was, and she was very pretty too. She looked her face, mostly her facial features looked like Marilyn Monroe. So she was born like the day after she died. And 390 hours. Oh wow. How many maybe a virus. How many subscribers do you have? I think I'm subscribed to you. Yeah, you guys, like a year ago, I had 3,900 something watch hours, and now I have like 2,200. Yeah, I'm subscribed to you. Yeah, you have 1,000 subscribers already, huh? Cool. Cool. Oh, the car you tow looks like mine. Is that a RAV? What is it? There's a lot of cars that look like mine, though. And you have a Mini Winnie. That's what Claudia has. You like your Mini Winnie? Oh, your hours reset. It's 365 days in the past. So if like a year ago you were still getting views, it won't change a whole lot. Like mine would go to 2,179 and then be the next day to 2,175, and I was like, oh, okay, so that day a year ago I must have had 4 watch hours and that are taken away. You get it? It's confusing. I didn't get it at first. But so like it's kind of like they reset every day. What's your name? Your name's Lonnie, right? Is it Lonnie? I'm thinking your name is Lonnie. I like the Mini Winnie. I love my RAV, but the thing is I don't like to sleep in. I don't like to camp in it. But I'll get a hotel. I want some more. I'll probably have some more chicken pot pie when I'm done with y'all. Lonnie, Lani. That's funny. Like my brother Paul's good friend, her name was Lonnie. well, kind of like with an O, Lonnie. I don't know how you spelled it, but yeah, it was like one of his best friends. Um, yeah, but your hours they don't like really reset. They just go at 365 days in the past. So until September 6th, 2022. Oh, Leilani. Uh-huh. Yeah, I had a friend in had a neighbor in Georgia. That was her daughter's name, Leilani. Ah, so what? I didn't blow. No, you won't lose the hours you have. Um, but I really got um I don't wanna I don't want to say sound. I don't want to be bitter at all. And everything happens for a reason. That is what my friend Loves You said. Loves You's in the Philippines. And she was a very great comfort and help when I went through the YouTube bullying. And she was like, I felt like the only one on my side. Loves You in the Philippines. She's not doing as much on YouTube anymore, but I'll drop her channel. I always get some on my shirt when I do that. Um, I can drop your link, Crafty Traveler. There you go. Check out Lonnie's channel. Let me drop my friend. But so, anyways, about the YouTube bullying, I could have been monetized last year, but it just wasn't meant to be. I mean, it's fine because I probably wasn't ready for that at that time too. I was in um I was in St. Louis. I left St. Louis in June 2022, and so and I needed to get out of that whole group of toxic people. Like Joyce Meyer talks about it too. Like before she um, got into preaching a lot and took off. Like I first listened to Joyce Meyer on the radio, but she says she went through, losing all her friends, left her church, got, us. It's like the same sort of thing that happened to me. And she was like, it was meant, those people couldn't go with me to where I was going next, And she says this saying, like, everywhere the bus stops, somebody has to get off. Yeah. You can get 3,000 hours you can get 3,000 hours and get memberships, but some people don't even want memberships. But yeah, to be monetized for ads and stuff, you have to have 4,000. Yeah, I'm not monetized either, but I could have been last year, but it just wasn't meant to be. And through with the YouTube bullying and all that, and like I said, I had like 400 or 300. I might have even had. I'm trying to think when it was last year that I had like 3,900. Thanks, Pam. 3,900 subs. And so yeah, so what I need right now too is like I'm almost to 1,000. It seems like most people The thing that's hard to get is the watch hours. It's not so hard to get a bunch of subs. And sometimes, like when I first started out on YouTube, I would think someone has, you know, 1,000 subs, someone has 3,000 subs, someone has 4,000 subs. They're monetized, but they weren't always. They weren't always monetized. And then my friend Diana Brienne Fairchild, I think she didn't get monetized until she had like 16,000 subs or something. She got monetized when she got, you know, way up there in the subs. Um, I'm trying to find my friend loves you channel. I can't find it. That's annoying. Loves you, where are you? Oh, I know. I need to put a Z there. It's LUVZ. Aha, I found it. So my friend in the Philippines, like, she was like about the only one that stood with me. And then, hey, Roy and Becky. Hey, Paul. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Here's Loves You's channel. TMI, TMI. Let's not talk about it, okay? Yeah, to be monetized for ads, yes. But now, if you go look on your where it says earn, you can have. I'll show you. I'll show you. Guess what? I'll show you. You're getting me off my topic though, but I will show you real quick. Okay. Okay. Start your earning journey. See, you go to this where it says earn. See that? And you can get, so you have 946. You only need 500 to get YouTube memberships. See, they just changed this. Memberships. Join other successful creators and earn monthly revenue with memberships. And I have 2,198 watch hours now. And you need 3,000 here. And then to get the ads, show ads on your videos, it's the same. It's 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours. So I'm a little bit past halfway there. So that's why I started going live again every weekday. Yeah, yeah. Roy and Becky know. But you probably know. Yeah, I'm just looking for friends. That's all. You're welcome, Lonnie. Um, so I need to say a poem. Um, let me say a poem from Red though, because I think I might have a poem about. So what happened to me was after my divorce, I was very naive and very let me see. I put a blog post back up. Let me share my blog with you. If you Google Redheaded Riding Hood, all my stuff comes up, y'all. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. So if I go to, I'll share with you my website. It's redheadedridinghood.com. Red's website. But I was like super, super, super conservative, y'all. When my kids were coming up, I didn't drink. Someone's air went on, but it's like really not hot out to me. I have the windows open. I don't think that's my air, that's the neighbor's air. Let me see. I wrote this blog post. What am I? When I was away from God, because I didn't know what I was or what I believed anymore. Oh, I have a picture of my chicken pot pie on this post. Let me see. Oh, wait a second. How do I just copy the link? I don't know. When I was a prodigal. That's what I'll read you. I'll read you the prodigal poem. Because it ended up being about me. It's kind of funny. Trying to figure out how to share this. Let me see. Here's Red's blog. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I was pretty much a goody, and I have, let's see. There was a point I took most of my blog posts down. And then I started putting them back up gradually. Because my old blog posts were so they're so religious. Oh, and get this, you guys. So if you want to read my crazy stories, you guys, I need writing time. I need writing time. I need writing time. So maybe I need to take time I have right now before I do my training for um, lifeguarding, which is in October, my training. So I can't start my job until after I get my training. It's the shallow water lifeguarding course. So pray that I pass. I think I'll pass. They called me mermaid in high school. So, and also one of my boyfriends called me mermaid too, because I won this game where you had to swim the fastest and stay underwater the longest. And it was like pig. And you spelled the word. It's like when you play the basketball, but when you miss, you spell pig. And so I won because I could swim the fastest and stay underwater the longest. So he wrote like poems about me and he called me mermaid. So I got called mermaid by him and then by a boy in the 9th grade. So, and it kind of went because I love the water and I love to swim. So, and then it was after that, my mom thought this was funny. It was after that Disney gave the Little Mermaid red hair. And it was like, yeah, she has red hair. So, yeah. So the new mermaid movie I haven't seen yet, and I'm kind of disappointed that she doesn't have red hair. I don't know. Maybe her hair is reddish, but I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, Paul. Your Monday stream along with Thursday was good, even though you struggled. It was refreshing that you go in depth about it with no judgment of others. Yeah. Thank you so much. That means so much to me, Paul. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means so much to me. And I did struggle through it. And another added thing is it's a long and in-depth story, Paul. It's a lot. And that's why I'm writing the book. I'm writing the books. I have books inside me. Maya Angelou said, I love Maya Angelou, said there's no greater agony than carrying an untold story inside you, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. And just like I have embarrassment too, though, because I was one thing and I was goody two shoes and I was I was kind of holier than thou. It was horrible, really. And I'm glad I'm not like that anymore. And what I wanted to say at the beginning of this live, and I'm already at an hour, I haven't even gotten to my opening statement here. When I went to see my youngest in Texas, in San Antonio, she's in the Air Force, and I'm very proud of her. And I love her very much. But one thing she said to me, and it just sort of dumbfounded me, really, she said, "You haven't changed." And I was just like, I was like, you never said that was a condition on, we were not talking for a little bit. And I said, she never said that was a condition that I had to have been changed for us to be in contact again. She never said that. And I was just like dumbfounded that she said that. And I said, and I thought about it for a second and I was like, I think I was better before. I have changed so much, but in some ways I feel like I'm worse. Like I did the whole, I put it like, why do I want people to go find this live stream of my interview with Van Vita Travels because I lay out all my dirty laundry that I went on a Trampage. And you guys, for 50 years though, but for 51 years, I was a goody goody two shoes, and I had only been with my husband. And I was very naive. And then when I got on a dating app and I went, and this is why I got so angry, all these things kept happening. And the final straw was my daughters weren't speaking to me. But I got date raped when I got on a dating app in 2017. And that was the second man I had ever been with. Of course, I don't count it now because I did not consent. I didn't realize it was rape though until my neighbor told me. I was telling her the story and I was like, he kept waking me up. And I had taken my medication that makes me sleepy, and I was supposed to sleep. I got in his bed, but with all my clothes on. Okay. And I went to sleep. And I told him that I wasn't, that I didn't want to, and he was going to let me sleep in his guest room, but I didn't go. I should have went in the guest room and locked the door is what I should have done. And I should have left but I was too sleepy to drive. And I lived 2 hours from him. He was in Quitman, which is near Valdosta. And I was in Warner Robins and was about 2 hours away. And I even took my dog with me, like she's going to do anything to protect me. I'm like, she's our chaperone. She was a little 11-pound little Maltese mix. But so yeah, and this is where I was so angry, the things that happened. That happened in 2017. In 2018, the thing with and I was thinking about that today too. There's a whole article on my blog about Muhammad. It's called Look What You Made Me Do. And it's about the date rape and Muhammad. So those were two things I was mad about. Muhammad was the guy that tricked me, and I really fell for him. He was an Islamic man. He was 25 years younger than me. He was going to be a doctor, but he just wined and dined me for a month. He was at my Airbnb, and I fell for him. I believed him. I believed he was sincere, but I found out later that he really just wanted a green card. He was hoping that when I got divorced, I wasn't even divorced when he came to my Airbnb. It was August 2018. I wasn't divorced until September 2018. So, yeah, I was very naive due to lack of experience. Yeah. 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 I just let him. I was too tired. To get up and leave. I kept falling back asleep and he kept waking me up. So I finally just let him finish. I finally just was like, okay, whatever. But I was so pissed. And I was so mad at myself. Like, how could I have been so stupid as to come to his house and think he's not going to expect that? So, yeah. And so, yeah. And then, so in 2019, I was pretty much, when I was lonely, I got on the dating app, but I didn't want to, and I was not ready to have sex again. And it was 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. I'd been celibate for 3 years. And then I was celibate one more year. And then the thing with Muhammad happened. And it's funny. I call them thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3. Muhammad was the third man I was with. And he didn't believe me or trust me. He got me an HIV test, and he said it was because of the date rape, which had been a year before. I knew I didn't have anything from that. Thank God. But that was that provided him a good excuse to get me an HIV test because he didn't really trust me or believe me. I think he thought all American women were, hussies. Yes, I should. I need to look into it more. I have the books. I have the books. I got my books from William Barclay. Where are those? Yeah, they're right here. Yes, I'm definitely always studying and learning and reading. So I rebought this book by William Barclay, and then I got this one I never got before, which is volume 2. The stickers over the 2 part. But yeah, this guy was a theologian and a universalist. So yes. But let me share a poem with you before I go. Or two, a poem or two. Because I write poems about everything I go through. So, and it's like I'm wondering, you guys, my book about all my stories is going to be called Welcome to Reds. And then the book of poetry is Red Poems. And I don't know if they'll probably, because the book of poetry is already ready, that will probably come out first. But yeah, I need to be making a regular writing time, like, for a couple of hours every day to get this stuff done, because I've been writing since I finished this one and published it, self-published it on Amazon. I've been writing the red poems since then. And even my poems were I said these were too religious for me. I wanted to throw that out when I was away from God. Even my red poems, I was like, what am I going to do with these poems now? Because they're too religious for me. But then, God was coming after me. Let me read you the prodigal poem in here. And what also made me, the final straw that made me run away from God, I say, like I was like Jonah, trying to run away from God, and I was swallowed by the whale. That's what I say. And then I prayed, God, get me out of this. And the whale vomited me up onto dry land. Here it is. It's on page 25 in this book. Yeah. Diana Brienne, my friend Diana Brienne Fairchild has a story like that too. I think it's called, if you go to her channel, it's called The Angel in the Alley, because she did that. These men jumped on her when she was coming back from work, and she worked second. I think she went out with her friends after work, and so it was late, and these guys jumped her, and she just said, Jesus, help me. And some man came from the alley and scared them away. And then she never saw him again. She calls it the angel in the alley. So yeah, I need to read up more. I want to study more, but I'm really kind of new to it. But that was my first, years ago I got this, and I was just like, well, that's interesting. He's a universalist, and that's something I hadn't studied, and it's just in Julie Forwarda's book, she talks about, which is interesting. She talks about, I'm in a part where she talks about Jesus healing the blind man. And the way he healed different people was different, And with this one blind man, he goes to heal them, and he opens his eyes and he says, I see men walking around like trees. So it wasn't perfectly clear. And then he here, I'll read it to you. she says, she's quoting someone else. She's quoting Ken Eckerty at saviorofall.com. Says, there's a story of a blind man whom Jesus touched in order to heal. After the first touch, the man could only see men as trees walking. It took a second touch from Jesus to complete the healing. Mark 8:22-25. Jesus showed us that healing is a process where over time things become clearer and clearer to us concerning the things of God. There's a verse in Proverbs that I've always loved. And I gotta figure out where it is. I love Bible Gateway. I'm always telling you guys to look at Bible Gateway. It says, the path of the just is like the rising sun that shineth ever brighter until the perfect day. And let me put it in the, let me see if I can find it. Let's see, it's in Deuteronomy, it's in Joshua, it's in Psalms. Wait, I think it's in Proverbs, maybe it's in Psalms. Let me put the perfect day. I swear. Let's see if it will come up. Yes, it is Proverbs 4:18. Oh, thank you so much, Paul. Cool. You're uploading a new YouTube video? Okay, cool. To me, right? How to play Super Mario Brothers. 7 principles of thank you so much, Paul. I'm going to read that. I'm definitely going to read that. I'm not finished, That's why I was nervous too. It's like I haven't finished this. But you guys also, another thing that I think made me get mad at God was, well, I said the final straw was my daughters weren't speaking to me. And my daughters were the ones that had embraced Christianity. And my sons were the ones that mostly didn't go to church anymore. And so it's like, really, God? Really? Like how and so that's why I was so angry, it was like the date rape, and then my book being like, I have the videos. When I do the scavenger hunt again, I'll ask you guys to find these videos, but it's one of my popular videos too, is Page Publishing is suing me for $1 million. So you can look that up and listen to it. But the Page Publishing stole my What Elephant book, and that really, like, all these things, and it's like I just couldn't take it anymore. I could not take it anymore. Like 2019 was my rock bottom. And you know what? Like, everybody will say, hi, Kenneth. Hi. Hello. I have to interrupt my story to say hi to Kenneth. Welcome to Reds. Welcome in. So everyone will say like how awful 2020 was, but 2019 was my rock bottom. Yeah, that's good. Share your links anytime, like right now, because I'm going to need to finish up because I'm going over again. But anyways, so 2020 was better for me than 2019 because God gave me the plan. And although I went away from God, that's when the tramp page was in 2019. And it was awful, you guys. You know what? Sex with a narcissist is better. You know what made the sex better? Because God is right and committed. In a committed relationship, the sex is better because like each other and what each other wants and likes and How does a one night stand know what the frick you like in bed? I mean, it was awful. I'll just say the trampage was awful. I had this crazy dream that I had X sex. That's how bad it was. And I woke up and was like, I can't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. But it was, yeah, that was the best. In my 30-year marriage, that was, even though he was a narcissist and really, he was all about that. That's all he was about. So he's good at that. I mean, we have 5 kids. People, when you have like 5, 6, that many kids, people say, don't you know what causes that? And you know what we'd say? We'd say, yes, and we like it. So, yeah. So, yes, please pray for me. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. And that's my brother's name, Paul. And Paul kind of resembles one of my brothers. Tim kind of, it's funny. His name is Paul, but he looks like my brother. He looks like we're Vikings. So my brothers were all big, burly guys. I'm the shortest one in my family. Y'all, and I'm 5'9", because there's only 2 girls, and my sister's like, it's like my daughter, like my oldest daughter. My sister is like she might have shrunk now because she's like old lady. My sister's like a little bit was like a half an inch or an inch taller than me. So I'm the shortest one in my family. Because they're Vikings, they're big burly dudes. But up in heaven. Mwah. A lot of my family's up in heaven. So I have 1 sister and 1 brother left. But yeah, pray for me to get. Oh, it's a long, involved story, and it involves brainwashing by my ex. Yeah, I really do feel like it does, but it's long, involved. I don't want to get into it. I love them, and I actually spoke to my youngest recently, but whatever. I love it. I kept my name. I've had my married name longer than I had my maiden name because I got married at 19. But my last name's Story, so that's a whole other story. A whole other story, Pam. And I can't go into it, but yeah. But my youngest said, you haven't changed. And I was like, I think I was better before, because I was like thinking about it, and I was just like, I was, I had only been, I thought I was, Miss Goody. I didn't drink or smoke or chew or hang with those who do, goody two shoes. So I became a Christian in high school in 1984, and I have it right here. I'm going to show you my baby Bible. Of all the Bibles I had, I kept this one. But I was a goodie because my brothers and my brother on drugs for so long made me hadn't even tried pot, I didn't even ever try. I took like just a hit. Like I was at the Oregon meetup. These van lifers and YouTubers were a bad influence on me. I took a hit of somebody's joint, but I hadn't even tried pot because of my oldest brother, Tim, died from heroin addiction. But this is my baby Bible from 1984, May 7th, 1984. So, and I had boyfriends in high school try to sleep with me, and I wouldn't. I have a blog post about that too. It's called, what's it called? What is that blog post called? Yeah, check out my blog. Did I put that link yet? I think I did. Let me put it again. But I have stories on my blog. That's my blog. But yeah, we've been, and that's like why I mentioned Joshua Coleman and the book I'm reading. The Rules of Estrangement. But right now, there's just so many things. My family's complicated. My family of origin was complicated, and my family now is complicated. It's hard. The divorce is very hard on kids. And I think especially my oldest two thought that we would stay together forever. And when you're one way, and that's how I changed too, when you're one way, like we wouldn't even consider divorce, you know? And the disrespect and things with my oldest two children started before we even separated. But they just thought we were going to stay together forever and wanted us to stay together forever, you know? And I was so devoted. I was a devoted wife. I was a good wife. I was a good mother. I mean, not a perfect mother. I made mistakes. And that's what Joshua Coleman says about. Here's his channel. Let me put it. He has a channel, and he has books on what Paul is talking about. Adult kids or parental alienation. It was kind of parental alienation syndrome, like with divorced parents with young kids. But in my case, my kids were grown. But my youngest was a teen when I moved out of the house. So, I mean, that's, I think, why she is angry. And I've apologized to her, but it has not been well received, unfortunately. But anyways, I still just pray for them. I love them. I'm like, call me, text me anytime. And that's why she recently texted me to ask me something. And but yeah, and it's difficult. And something else I was gonna say is I was talking to my son that's, you know, getting ready to move to Oregon right now. Did you hear that, Paul? My younger son is going by his cousin in Bend, Oregon. So I'm happy for him to be able to start over and stuff like that. That's what I was able to do, you know. Oh, sad. Oh, so you need to get satellite internet. So, my son and I have talked about, you know, me homeschooling him and being brought up. They were at church. We were at church all the time with them. We brought them to church. We brought them Awanas. My husband and I taught children's church. We taught Awanas. I mean, I was fanatical, and my husband went along with it. But I really feel like now, looking back on it, I thought he was sincere, just like Muhammad. I thought he was sincere, but I feel like he went along with it. It kept me under his thumb, really. because the Baptists don't want you to divorce for any reason. Even if your husband has an affair, you should forgive him, and you can work it out. And it's like the marriage is above all else. And he didn't want me to get a job. He wanted me to stay at home with the kids. And that made me further, not be able to be independent and ever consider being on my own because I was dependent on him, so, and it was very hard on my kids to accept that, we were going to divorce. And then they made it our church, and my ex made it all my fault. So, but let me read you this prodigal poem. The prodigal. Of course, this is all my fault. Eve had 2 sons, one killed the other. She must have been a terrible mother. Esau was his father's favorite, but Jacob was a mama's boy. Of course, they didn't get along. Leave them alone and they'll come home. Jacob did, but his mom was gone. Having favorites is not wise. Just read about Joseph. He was despised. That's in Genesis 37. Train them up in the way they should go. Your work shall be rewarded. Trust God with them. He loves them even more than you. Don't give in to wrong behavior. Love must be tough. Show them you love them enough to say no. Wasn't always good at that either. When they are old, they will not depart. Keep loving him with all your heart. God had a prodigal son too, and a daughter. Didn't you know that son was you? So that was a poem that ended up being about me. Me too. Oh, let me read you the Room of Broken Things. This is on my channel somewhere. The Room of Broken Things. There's a music box, a cuckoo clock, a lock, my heart. A toy plane, a train, a shattered picture frame, my brain. A car, a truck, my luck. There's a hole in the wall, a deflated soccer ball, a ceramic teacup, a tore-up book, my nook. There's a tennis racket, a bike, a rocking horse, and of course, my family. That was inspired by Harry Potter, The Room of Requirement. So I'm going to pray. And should I read you one more poem? I'll read you one more poem. This is from Red also. The Room of Broken Things is from Red Poems, and this is Pretty Red Bird. Pretty red bird, you're looking worn. Pretty red bird, where have you been? Round the neighborhood looking for food? So sad and lonely, but true. Does no one want you? Oh, but they do. Only to put you in a cage and make you a slave. Pretty red bird, you must be brave and fly free, for you belong to me. To God. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been really super difficult, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it, and I've learned that I've learned so many things through the years. So I'm codependent. And like a people pleaser, and it's like really hard. It's really hard stop that, to stop doing that. And I realized I have to let them go. And a couple of times I almost reconciled. I reconciled with my middle daughter, and that's good. We're not. It's not the same though, and I have to accept it that's okay. That's what Joshua Coleman. This book is very good. It's called. He has one that came before this book, but this book is very good. There's lots of parents going through the same thing. Just that comforts me, you know. It's this book, Rules of Estrangement. That's what it looks like, by Joshua Coleman. He has another book, I think it's called When Parents Hurt. Because it came up here in my trying to think. It came up in here like Audible will pull up, you know, because you read this, you might like this, and books by the same author. And I think his other one is When Parents Hurt. I think that's what it's called. And I started another book when I was walking yesterday, and it's another Timothy Keller book, and it's called The Reason for God.
Religious in nature.
Which is
imagine that Ms. A.
Oops. Stop.
Argues that all.
Stop. So yeah, it's like, you know what it's like? I'll say it right here. It's kind of like they're in my ex's cult. They need to be deprogrammed. But anyways, but that's my take on it. That's my opinion of it, Pam. And it's okay. It's difficult, but it's okay. And I'm learning that, you know, I'm out of the loop. I have to ask questions of because now it's really two of my children that I'm in contact with. Because I'm not really in good contact with my oldest son either. So it's complicated, and I just pray, and I'm getting better. That was my whole little thing. If you guys read the little thing on prayer I wrote on my community tab, go check that out. And that's where I am right now. And I'm like, I've been worrying and trying to pray, but I'm not really trusting God and giving them up to him. And so I'm getting better at that, and I'm feeling more peace, and I'm feeling like, okay, it's going to be okay. And especially like now, I used to, and although I was assured by God that even though they weren't all, you know, walking with God right at this moment, I was assured that they were all saved, you know, because like, and now I even have more peace because of Julie Forwarda's book, because of my beliefs changing. I have more peace. I have more joy. I'm more contented. You know, I have more fruit of the Holy Spirit, and you know, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, you know. And it's just like I'm learning to like shut your stupid mouth. I've learned time being away from God has taught me humility. You know, I'm just like, I'm a sinner just like everybody else. I'm not Sister Super Christian anymore. I kind of thought I was, but yeah. So anyways, we can talk about this more this week. I only have 3 watching now. I lost some people here. Lunch is past over. Lunch is over. Timmy Ray, did you drop your link? He has a video came up. Oh, Super Mario. That's what my boys used to always play. I have my son's games to sell on Mario. I have my son's games to sell on Facebook Marketplace. Mario Kart. Oh, here's Star Wars. Paper Mario. Zelda. He had me to give these to the Goodwill. I was like, wait, maybe I'm gonna grab those out of the top of the bag, and I'll sell those, Ian. I took stuff to Goodwill for him, and yeah. So, anyways, you guys, any new prayer requests? Moderators, you can drop your links if you'd like to. So yeah, we can talk about this more this week. I'm going to check out thank you for the link you shared. I'm so sorry about that, Paul. I'm going to pray. I'll pray about that with you. Let me know if there's any other prayer requests. I'm going to continue to pray for Timmy Ray and everything. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for all my YouTube followers and friends, Lord. We pray for our children, Lord, and our grandchildren. We love them so much, Lord, and we pray that that you would turn. There's even that verse, Lord, that you will turn the hearts of the sons to the fathers, and the fathers to the sons, and hopefully the mothers to the daughters, Lord. And we just pray you bless our children, Lord. Help us to be humble, Lord. Help us to try to do what we can to reconcile with them and not make things worse, Lord. Forgive me for when I spout off my mouth in anger and make things worse, Lord. Forgive me for things I've done that just made things worse. And I pray that you would help me to forgive them when I get angry, Lord. I honestly get angry. It's not fair. It's not fair. I know I wasn't the perfect mother, but I was a good mother. And there are no perfect mothers, Lord. And I thank you, Lord, for giving me peace and for me realizing I'm not a horrible person, that you love me, and thank you for that, Lord. Pray you continue to comfort Timmy Ray at the loss of his dad, Lord. I pray you continue to heal Lori, give her doctor's wisdom, give her wisdom for her health, and that you'd heal her, Lord. I pray for Rose, that you would continue to help her in her situation and bless her. And I pray for Pam, Lord. I pray for Anthony. I pray for Paul. I pray for Kenneth, Lord. pray you be with Lonnie, Lord. Give us wisdom about what to do on our YouTube channels, God, and just what to do in our lives, Lord. I pray I'm able to pass my lifeguarding test and class, Lord, and thank you for the job that I got, Lord. I thank you for this apartment. I pray that you would lead me to the land or property or tiny home or condo that you have for me, Lord. And I thank you for always guiding me and leading me. And I thank you for making 2020 that year, that good year for me, Lord. That I sold my house and got out of debt and left Georgia and bought my RV, Lord. I thank you for being with me even when I was running away from you, Lord. Lord, I pray you bless William Brody. I pray you bless Ivan. And just thank you for all my YouTube friends and followers. Thank you that Brenda Berner had a good time at Burning Man, Lord. I pray you bring her home safely. And I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. I'm at 1 hour and 46 minutes. You guys, I got to go, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Love y'all. Bye.